so far, about 86,000 tons of explosives have been dropped on Gaza. About 160,000 housing units were destroyed. 83,000 housing units are totally uninhabitable. Assalamu alaikum, and this is Sister Zainab, and today I'm talking to you about the sheer destruction of building fabric in Gaza. So obviously you've seen the photos, and I'm not aware as to whether you know some of the data and just how much has been destroyed, the percentage, or just in sheer thousands. So when I quote some of these figures to you, I'm referring to a release from the 9th of November, which was the 400th day of the genocide, and that was released by the Palestinian government's media office. So obviously these figures change on a daily and weekly basis. So to give you an idea of the sheer scale of the destruction, and obviously the reason I'm telling you this is that so we know that things can be rebuilt, but when it gets to a certain scale, so it's not just about the amount of money that needs to be expended to rebuild, it's also about obviously rubble that has to be cleared first of all, and then it's just about the sheer time scale. Because you're aware that obviously most of the Gaza population, about 1.9 million of them or more, are living basically in tent cities. They're all internally displaced. So while any rebuilding is going on, presumably at the moment the solution is that they stay in these sort of tent cities in very temporary, makeshift and sometimes unlivable conditions. So just to remind you of the scale of what has been destroyed to date, sadly, it's still changing. So I'll just quote some of the statistics to you to give you an idea. So we know that around about 160,000 housing units were destroyed. We know that 83,000 housing units are totally uninhabitable. Now, you've seen photos in the social media where people, so those people who were able to, obviously the population of Gaza, at times they have wanted to return. When they were able to return, they've tried to return to their houses, their apartments, even though they're almost totally uninhabitable. But still, it's still that old home. So just think to yourself the most horrendous images you've seen over the past year, and then remind yourself, this is what the population of Gaza would go back to if they go back now. And obviously this is obviously why they're still obviously in these makeshift tent cities. And I'll just finish that off by saying, remember, there were so far about 86,000 tons of explosives have been dropped on Gaza. And please remember to pray for Gaza. Please donate to Gaza, whichever trustworthy organizations you can find. Just donate, do whatever you can, spread awareness. And this was Sister Zainab with you for today, and thank you.